How do you say your first name? Can you say your first name for us?
Mecole.
Mecole, not Mecole. It's Mecole.
Yes, it's Mecole.
Okay,
Yeah.
making sure.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
So, what is it like to be on the other side now after all those years with the Chiefs?
It's kind of weird a little bit, going against these guys for the last 6 years, and now just be over here. But I'm excited for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here, man, and they welcome me with open arms, so I'm happy about that. They definitely joking with me about the past matches that we didn't had in the years, but it's fun though. I'm enjoying it.
How much was factoring in being so close? I mean, you've played them so many times, so much. You probably had a pretty good pulse on the team and what they do. How much did that factor into you wanting to be part of this organization now?
Honestly, I was just happy for any opportunity. Luckily, this was the opportunity that came about. Being out the NFL. I ain't say out of the NFL, but being a free agent for so long. At that point, you just want any opportunity just to get back and play again. So I'm happy that they called and gave me a chance and opportunity. So I'm grateful for that, and just so happy it's one of the one of the guys I've been going against my whole career. So, but I'm looking forward to it though.
Return game is something that this team is in need of. Do you think that could be your early path to get on the 53?
I don't know. I'm definitely that's kind of like one of my bread and butters throughout my career has been a good return man. So but I'm just here for wherever they need me at. Wherever they want me to step up at, and I'm just giving my best and go out there and do it. If it's returns or if they want me to get in on a receiver, wherever it may be. But I definitely can make a spark in the return game. Given the opportunity.
Yeah, and with your speed and the numbers you've had in the return game, why do you think the opportunities hadn't been there over the last several months?
I don't know. I think it's definitely difficult when it comes to roster moves and definitely late into the season after the trade deadline, things like that. So teams got to be strategic with what they do and who they bring in and what they bring people in for. So I think it's all calculated, and I think they calculated the right moves to bring me in and give me an opportunity. So I'm gonna just take advantage of it and enjoy it.
Mecole, when did you find out you were coming to Buffalo?
What's the day? Wednesday. I figured it out on Friday, I think.
So it's mid-November, right? You got to just jump right in. How soon could you contribute, especially on the offense? I mean, everybody thinks about training camp and all these reps and everything, but do you think when you get your chance, you could step in and help them on offense?
I think so. Just being able to learn the terminology here and get comfortable with the playbook a little bit, just enough so I can go out there and try to play like without thinking. So, but I think I can contribute whenever my number's called, whenever they may be. But like I said, I just got to be ready for it, though.
How do you do it? What is the process like, the crash course in offense when you jump in mid-season like this?
You got to put in that work, man. When you at home looking at the playbook, writing down notes, whatever it may be, getting in with some of the coaches and just going through and try to find the nuances in the offense and, what makes sense to yourself and then, going out here and put it out on the field so you can get comfortable with it. And that's coming with a lot of mistakes, a lot of messing up, especially, hearing the play call in the huddle and stuff like that. But you just got to, do the sacrifice the time and maybe a little bit of sleep too. But once you get it, you get it. So
Is it part of that too, when you look at it, say, wow, this is something that I can help on. This is a concept that I really can be effective on. Is that something that you try and internalize a little bit as you're learning?
Yeah, you probably definitely want to, put your little 2 cents in there here and there, but honestly, I think they got a plan for me, and I think, whatever they, got for me is for me, and I got no objection to anything. I'm just happy to be on the team again, man, just ready to play. So.
I know you didn't cross paths with him at Georgia, but you and James, you have a relationship already?
Yeah, that's my dog. He was at Georgia when I was there, his freshman year, actually. So that's my guy, man. Good to see him. He's a familiar face. So he been doing great this year. I'm glad to see him doing this thing, man. To be on the team with him again is dope.
I know it's only been one practice, but your first impression of working with Josh Allen so far?
Josh is big, like a big person, man. I didn't know he was like, you play against him, but just being out here, man, he got an aura about him, man. And so it's definitely, he one of them guys, one of them quarterbacks that you would like to play with in the league. And I think I had some of the greats that I've played with. So just to, have him as my quarterback and, be able to, maybe catch passes from him, it's gonna be a great thing. And he's one of them ones. So.
Josh has a handshake with everybody. Looks like you might have started with one. You got any?
Yeah, so listen, first of all, Josh, you can't he threw me in the fire because as we were going to the Indy, he just handshake there, but I'm just like, well, just put it there, sir. So we gotta work on that. I gotta get one with him, and hopefully we get that soon because I felt left out today. I'm not gonna lie. So, but hey, it's first day out here, so we gonna figure it out.
As a receiver, where are you comfortable lining up? Where have you lined up as far as the X, the slot, things like that?
Mostly been a slot throughout my career, but venturing to the outside a little bit, trying to get some one-on-ones out there, utilize my speed, whether it's some in cuts, some out-breaking routes, or down the field. So, but honestly, right now, I don't know exactly where I'm going to be at. I think it's all over the place. So, but that just comes with learning the playbook, and, the more you can do, hey, so.
You were on offense last year with one of the great quarterbacks of all time that was still probably a little bit sluggish, especially in the passing game. This team is going through something similar here. How did you figure that out? How did it work out with the Chiefs last year that you were able to still get to a Super Bowl and succeed, even as the offense seemed to be fighting things all season long?
I fit in. I think just being there so long, man, and knowing different things and, trying to bring good energy, a positive mindset and try to just, spark things up, whether it's just wherever you at on the field. But when things like that, it's life. You're going to go through slumps, but it just depends on how you bounce back from it. Adversity going to always hit. And whenever that hits, you got to, hit it in the mouth and, come back out of it. So, but, this team is great. You got a great quarterback, a great coaching staff. So, pretty sure, things going to get back right.